All right. Welcome to the Dragon's Tome. This month, I'm your host, Chopper,
And
joined
I'm
with,
Jack.
I'm Rob.
and we are all here hanging out, going through Dragon Magazine 195, July 93?
You did
Question mark?
it.
I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember what last issue was. Here we are. We are on our 17th year of doing this podcast. 17 year and one issues, right? Last week was the 17th issue, 17th anniversary.
Yes.
Anybody? Bueller?
We
So
don't
here
talk
we are.
about previous episodes.
Oh, we don't? Well then, let's move on with the cover. This is Rob's cover.
It's a Cavalier, tribute to a Cavalier. And it's by Lisa Ann Lake. I love the
This
colors.
Wyvern has seen better days for sure.
He's got like a scorpion's tail. He's cool. But
Yeah.
it's not a paladin. It's a Cavalier.
Cavalier. Why is this one all beat up and the other two that are flying around mocking him?
Because she must have gotten to more close to the fights.
And why is she celebrating the win? It looks like this.
I think she's calling
Wyvern
in
got-
reinforcements. I think that's
Oh.
what that is.
Oh, is this guy in red a bad guy then?
Yeah. He's about to fight her dragon.
Ah.
I think she's part of the group that appears to be winning.
Yeah, down
That's
below.
gonna
That has got the
attack
spears
the
and
red.
stuff. So the guys in the black or the blue, I think, are her guys. And the red guys
Okay.
are the bad guys. Or the good guys. Maybe she's a bad guy. Can't tell.
Yeah, we don't know the story.
No,
We don't know the
Her,
story.
her
We
dragon
don't
does have
know-
her dragon is blue and has a scorpion tail. That doesn't look lawful
But
to me.
it's not a dragon. It's a wyvern.
Well, it's still blue with a scorpion tail. Good
Yeah.
dragons don't have scorpion tails. That's all I'm saying.
And she does have what I consider an evil crown.
Yeah, I have a feeling she's not the good guy.
I do too.
But her poor dragon
Oh.
got taken down.
Did.
It's got an arrow through her shirt into his side.
It's got dose arrows on the side.
There's some in his neck
Uh,
too.
I will say though, I do have questions, and my one question is, if you guys have control of the skies, because I don't see any opposition up there, how the hell did this thing get beat up?
They must have trebuchets or something.
underneath the tail section towards the right, there's a whole bunch of people up there that I can't tell what they're doing. They might be.
I think they're
Archers?
just watching. They're just watching what's going on.
I think if they're archers, it looks like there's about 100 archers up there. So if that's the case, I can see what happened. But
Yeah.
That's what we call in the business the peanut gallery.
oh, the penile gallery, is it?
It is. All right. Well, I think we've made fun of this cover long enough. I mean, made fun of Jess.
I'm not making
it's
fun
a
of
good
it.
looking cover.
I love this cover.
I love it too, but I'm still making fun of it a little bit.
I think the colors are awesome. I like her.
Oh, it's a good
blowing her
picture.
horn.
Everything. There's no proportions here that I have to worry
I
about.
like
Other
the
than the
battle
fact that
scene.
I can't tell if she's wearing a dress or standing. Is she standing in her stirrups? Because I don't
Yeah,
see any feet.
she's standing on the back with her long flowing like I
Her
guess,
tight, her cocktail dress.
cape. I think it's more of a cape. She's wearing armor.
Looks like a cape. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on. I guess we'll stick to format, even though Jack broke format last week and threw the show all into chaos.
What a
Best
dick.
show you ever done.
And,
Best show we've ever done. Stop
and-
watching this right now. Go back.
and the longest show, everyone. If you can make it through 4 hours because it was just off the rails. Rob, start us off.
Page 8. It's not a very good editorial. It's more of a funny little story that he just talks about very average statted character that can still matter. He talks about an average fighter his friend was playing. She got a deed to a mansion filled with undead, and she just worked her way through, had her friends help, and slowly cleared. She never did clear all of it, but she cleared enough of it to turn into like some condos. Sure, there was some vampires in the basement still, and there was a bush that would eat people, but she liked the colors of the bush, so she kept it. But it's just a fun little story about just how even if you're just an average, like he said, the highest stat she had was like 12. Like you're a super average character, you
Yeah,
could still have a
I
good
mean,
character.
yes, I totally agree with that because I've had many D&D characters that didn't have high stats. So
There you go. I have a lot of articles. They're all going to be like that, very short.
okay, Jack, what do you got?
Page 96, please.
Jack can have the longest one. I want to have the shortest one.
The
96.
Campaign Journal, Fitting into the New World of Greyhawk by Carl Sargent. And this is a problem I didn't even think about, but makes perfect sense once it's laid out to you as as something that can happen. There has been the release of the new World of Greyhawk, which, you know, when you release a campaign supplements and stuff like this, it's going to have new locations, new people. The problem is that between the last Greyhawk and this, years have passed.
Yeah, I have the
And
original one too.
the article says you've added things into your maps. You've been playing in Greyhawk for this long, and this area was wide open for your imagination. So now that you've got this supplement, you want to use some of this stuff. How are you going to make those two things jive? And this new box set lays out all this new stuff that you have to try and make work. So at first, it says you're going to have a whole bunch of new people that are populating in this campaign book, and they recommend, well, they can be just a wave of newcomers that have come to settle, or the refugees from a war or something like that. So when in the campaign you have established and the book says, oh, these people live here now. Okay, well, this is how they got there. It's a changing of population, the dynamics of, I don't know, they took a census. I don't know, but now these are the people and the things that are in this new area. And they talk about new locations. So they say now if there's there's something in here called the Pargenter's Mine, and it's important because of a whole bunch of reasons for adventures and whatnot. And they said, well, if you've already got something where it's on the map, you just need to find a place where this makes sense. It's got to be kind of in the area, but in the new box set, it says this mine, and it's very important, and a lot of things are going to reference its location. So just kick it off a little bit. Just move it out just a little bit. Maybe it was hidden before. Maybe for whatever reason, just make room for this new stuff. And new societies. They say again. You just have to change the details of some of the NPCs. You have to kind of like oh, these are the allies of these people that you already created, or they're this and that, and you've got to slowly bring them in. Just be wary that again, some of these things are parts of the new campaign adventures and stuff like that. So just kind of move them in where you see fit. And then there's NPCs. Now, NPCs, of all of them, would be the easiest to do that with. So I don't even, the inclusion in this article of NPCs, I guess, in for a penny, in for a pound. But, and the NPCs is like, hey, just you can sprinkle these guys in. They're transient. Like, they can, it's not like a building. It's not like it's a religion, and it's not like it's a, an event. They're there now. And at the end of it, there's a conclusion that says, hey, there's a couple more things that are important, that the campaign the stuff that you created, that you've been running in your campaign now, there's a couple more things that you just got to be aware of in this box set. And I thought it was excellent. It was a problem I wouldn't have thought of, for me personally. But you buy a new box set and it's got all these adventures pointing to these parts of the map that before were empty, now they're filled. There you go. That's it in a nutshell, is to adapt what you have with the new material.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not unheard of, right? Because they let the Greyhawk the world of Greyhawk just kind of flounder for a while, um, focusing on Forgotten Realms and Dragonlance at that point before the second edition stuff came out. Uh, so, of course, if you love Greyhawk, you're going to kind of fill in the holes where you wanted.
Well, they also purposely, when they made Greyhawk, they left holes for you to put stuff in.
Yes. There's that too. So
they gave you a map. It was two big maps that you'd put side by side, and it was hexes upon hexes as far as the eye could see.
I love that map. When that first came out, that was the greatest thing ever. When you were first playing D&D back in the early '80s, late '70s.
Some of it was just like they had all the standards in the front covers, and it was like, oh yeah, that's that's where those guys are. And there was nothing else about it. So of course your mind starts tingling, and you're running your campaign.
I wonder. I kind of halfway wonder if they just let it flounder, also because it was Gary Gygax's home world.
That's always
because I always feel like they spent more time on Mystara than they did Greyhawk. So
for sure, and they finally like, fuck you, we're gonna use Greyhawk.
Yeah.
But conversely, there's probably people at this point that spend a decade in that setting, and they're not going to leave. They're not going to. So why not service the fans like that? Their money's just as green as anyone else's.
Yep. All right. Well, then let's go next to page 13. So you want to be samurai. This was a article on kind of the role of the samurai in itself, and while it doesn't give any stats or anything, it does give you a great amount of info to round out your role playing if you wanted to play samurai. If you had Oriental Adventures first or second edition, I guess. Was there a second edition Oriental? I don't think there was.
Nope, not until third edition.
But it gives you a ton of information, especially if you weren't into the Japanese or samurai culture back in the day. It talks about the samurai and their society and the social hierarchy. I think he focuses mostly on the Tokugawa period. It talks about if you were a samurai, what kind of education and his kind of outlook in life is, and that stuff. I mean, I don't know, but the outlook on life. I mean, that could be just kind of anything and stuff, but that.
It's a lot of history.
Yeah, it's a lot of history, and that's great information when you're trying to flesh out your character. And one of the things I like about it, it does give you a lot of that stuff. So you could say when you're making out your character, you can add all these little nuances to them. There is a very good section on the samurai's behavior, how he would act and things like that. Goes over the Bushido, the way, and all that stuff. But other than that, it's just a ton of information, great looking things. It gives you 13 basic rules that govern the behavior of a samurai and things like that. So
it reminds me of Dragon Magazine's early days, where it's like there's a historical, almost like educational article that with game related stuff to it. It was just an interesting history lesson.
Yeah. So it's a pretty good article, and I enjoyed it immensely. Even though I probably would never play samurai in D&D anyways. So, but it's good to know that there's this information should you want to do it. So, all right, Rob, what's your next quick hit?
I got so many. My big one is going to be on page 20. See nobody else's?
Nope, I left that one for you because it's nightly orders.
Yeah. This is all Rob all day long, all day strong.
To all a good night. So this is nightly orders, not necessarily paladins. This is not about paladins. This is about making nightly orders such as the Templars or Hospitallers in D&D. So these orders would be religious orders, not beholden to a king, instead to the church. And it's like paladins, but it's any class or race can join mostly, and like fighters, clerics, cavaliers, things like that.
I mean, you could make these a paladin night order. I mean,
Well, that kind of defeats the purpose because they already have their own thing. This is things with not paladins can be part of these, but not necessarily. It's everything, and it has all histories about them. Has histories about the hospitalers, how they started as literally running hospitals and gained enough wealth to have an independent army, and they lasted right until Napoleonic times as an actual army, and exist to this day as hospitals still. So they're still around. Templars, not so much. We know the history of the Templars. They started
They get
as
a bad rap after a while.
yeah, they started as a pious police force, all about being poor, and turned to banking because they're poor, so they're trustworthy. And ended up getting lots of money. So the church and the King of France were like, "Hey, we like lots of money." So they claimed that they were
start wars and rob people.
no, they claimed that they were
Devil worshippers.
heresy and black magic and perversion. They said that they were all this stuff and tortured confessions out of the leaders, which they recanted, and then they tortured them again. And they lasted 200 years, but October 13th, that's why we have October 13th. It's because of these guys. Friday 13th, 1307, they were destroyed.
But thankfully, they got the Holy Grail to Oak Island, and
Yep, and they saved
Oak Island.
they saved the last offspring of Jesus. They're
yes, from Hair Star. Yeah.
they're still around today, secretly. I think they're probably a racist organization here and there.
They're called the Masonics.
There was one guarding the Indiana Jones, made him
That's
turn
right.
to dust.
Yeah.
Is he a Templar?
I think so.
Now I'm just throwing out references.
He was a
Yeah.
knight. He was a brother knight. Anyways,
Yeah.
it gives all the information on how to make these orders yourselves, and it's fun. It's like having a paladin order, but with you'd have different classes, so you could just. And you don't have to be not lawful good necessarily. You can, like he said, that the Templars are probably more lawful neutral, where the Hospitallers are more not lawful good. But just a neat thing to have as a group. I guess you could have all your guys, different classes in this one order, working towards a certain thing, protecting the Holy Lands or whatever's in your campaign. So, or even just you come across this kind of groups too in your sojourns. So, fun. I thought it was a neat little addition that I'm amazed. At first I was like, oh, it's just another paladin thing. But it wasn't. It was something different. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah. I thought so too. And as I was reading this, I was like, well, this is still kind of Rob's deal, so I'm going to leave it.
Right.
Even though it's not real paladins, it's very paladin adjacent.
For sure. It was good.
So, all right. Rob, Jack, what do
I
you
just
got?
talked forever.
I know.
Ooh, okay. We're going to go to page 117. I'm going to be breaking protocol a little bit here. We're going to be in the middle column, Global Games Company from
this is one of mine.
16668 Clare Avenue, Toronto, Ontario. Legions of Steel, the game, which we had.
We had.
Did you have that game?
Yep.
We did have Legions of Steel.
Oh, I never had this game.
I have. Later they came out with a Kickstarter that they redid all the metal miniatures, and I have all these metal miniatures. I currently own these. The big guys with the pitchfork and the robot guys, and they were awesome. For back in the day, they were amazing miniatures.
Was the Kickstarter these same sculpts, or
yep? It was the original molds. It was the original molds that
nice.
he was using for nostalgia. This was like, I don't know, 4 years ago. I have them all.
Was it say a skirmish game or what?
Yeah, it was kind of like a Space Hulk kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, he describes it, and it was the perfect way. He says it. What was it?
It looks to me that Rafa made these miniatures, and Global Games made the game.
It looks like Terminator, plays like Warhammer 40K, Warhammer 40K game, which I think again might be Space Hulk. It feels like a cross between Aliens and Full Metal Jacket. And yes, it was interior tiles that you laid out, and they were kind of it was laid out, and there was a story, goals, and stuff like that. And
very Space Hulk.
Yeah. But that fiend, the big one, he was a chunk of metal. He was huge, and
he's awesome.
I would say that these miniatures were so good that it set the bar very, very high for
Mm-hmm.
me
Me too.
going forward. I found myself a lot less tolerant of going to a bits bin in a place and picking up like the little potatoey guy and going, oh
Were
yeah, he
these
kind of looks like an
were
elf.
these lead miniatures made filled with vitamins and minerals?
They were definitely uh, not lead, but whatever, white metal.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
yeah, all the Space Marine, the Legion Steel guys, they all had different poses and different shapes, and yeah, they only show the one guy here, but
Yeah.
and
I
there was a
think
bunch of little like us.
we picked up the box set at UBCon
Mm-hmm.
one year.
Do you still have this game by any chance?
Yes,
After,
and I didn't, if it wasn't so nice outside, I had planned to root around and find it, um, but it was nice out. The barbecue was going. I had
I
some
would love to try this game.
I
beef
just
on the
don't, I don't
barbecue.
I have the miniatures over here somewhere. I just don't remember where they are. They're buried. Don't make me dig through things again. You know what happens last time.
You don't have to pull them out today, but
We just hear this.
we'll need them when Jack finds the game.
Um, yeah, and it was a fun game.
Mm-hmm.
It was they were quick and easy, tactical, but not like outrageous because I think there was only like three different bad guys and two were different good guys, like varieties, and then they were like Space Marines attacking undead Terminator skeletons. It was really good, really fun. And I remember we went back to UBCon the next year and we talked to some of the guys that were there, and they were doing some releasing a supplement or something else afterwards, and like we got along like gangbusters with them. It was we picked up. I think I picked up some more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Are they still around? Where are they gone?
No, they're gone. Well, the guy obviously is around selling the stuff on Kickstarter.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I have seen that the same guy who either wrote or ran the company or something. I think he is having digital STL sculpts made.
Mm.
If I remember correctly, I saw.
Well, this article it makes it sound like Rapham had it, so
Well, Rapham went out of business. We know that.
yeah.
Unfortunately, quite recently. Yes, so it was a good game, fun. And when I was scrolling down and I saw
Wow.
that Fiend miniature, I went, oh, look at that! I remember that.
Rapham obviously didn't have the miniature license, like the mold license, because, like I say,
They
this guy
probably
was
when the game probably went tits up, he
they
probably
bought him
Rapham had-
back, yeah,
Yeah.
because he had the molds.
All right. Well, anything else to add to this?
No, that was one of mine.
All right. So then let's go just slightly up to page 83.
Slightly up. It's like a third the way up the magazine.
Overcoming obstacles. Handicap heroes in the Super RPG. So, all my years of playing Champions, it never crossed my mind to make a handicap /
No
challenge /
Daredevil?
disabled hero. No, I mean, Daredevil was never high on my list as far as the comic book Daredevil is concerned.
Yeah.
But this, and I was reading it, the comic books themselves were filled with them. And I don't know why it never crossed my mind to try and make a hero that was slightly handicapped or had some kind of. Maybe I wonder. I would have been more inclined to do it if, at least in Champions, I can't remember. Champions is so convoluted with character making that I don't remember if you took a disability in a sense that you got bonus points like Shadowrun gets.
Some
if you
game.
take,
Yeah, I think Marvel did. Marvel
So
had
I don't
like,
remember if
some
Champions did or
negative
not.
point
So
ones.
I wonder if that's what. Yeah. So if you take a negative in a sense that you'll get
Yeah.
points to improve your character in another sense. But this is a very nice article. It talks about, the benefits of playing a handicap. What you can do, you can like add cybernetic legs to like what's his face.
The Reavers or
Yeah, the Reavers. I was going, who's that Reaver that ended up with the cybernetic legs again?
one guy had tank tracks.
Yeah. And then a little article on how to roll. I mean, this is a very short, not even a full page if you count the graphics in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoyed it, and I have to always question myself: is why did it not occur to me? In a sense, because you could have made a really cool character in a sense, as far as role playing ideas and stuff. So, uh,
There
but
you go.
that's it. I mean, like, there's not much to talk about in this. I mean, it's literally just 3 points. So, Jack, you're done.
I am.
Rob, what's your next quick hit?
Um, I let's go to page 49. This one's a real quick one. It's literally a sentence. Uh,
Top five.
Scraping the bottom of the barrel. What's lower than Z class, Z list characters? What's the lowest
my
you can
God.
literally do? The gatherers.
Can I be the voice of dissent?
Sure.
I was thinking the same thing. I started reading the backstory, where they're from, and everything like that, and it had me hook, line, and sinker.
You're gonna go find whatever issues these were in.
Is that the name of the group? Is the Gatherers?
It's from
I
Avengers, I think, isn't it?
I don't
Yeah.
remember this. I don't remember these guys. Is
No.
that the Black Knight up there? Who is that?
No, his name's Proctor, and apparently, on his world, the Avengers destroyed the planet, and so he goes
Those
all the world
jerks.
picking up people that also the Avengers screwed them over. You know, for various reasons. It's a multiverse of madness situation going on, and he collects. And the guy in the front's the swordsman, and on his world, the Vision was the one who killed. I think it was either his brother's Hawkeye, so he might have killed Hawkeye. He did something, so he collects all these heroes from these worlds where the Avengers did bad things, and then brings them into ours. Well, I don't know if it was 616 or whatever universe this happens to be in, and then they fight. For me, I was like, that sounds. I wouldn't mind seeing that story.
You have different opinions.
I, I'm a sucker for the Avengers. They were my jam. I'm a sucker for the early '90s comic books. The art was still good. The stories were still good, and for me, it was just right in my wheelhouse.
The beginning of the end. That's what this is.
Not not yet, but
It's not the beginning of the end.
His 90s crash is coming.
Oh,
it is coming in pretty hard too. It doesn't have, some things you can watch the quality going down, and you're like, I'm going to stick with it because maybe, and it just the slow death, the painful slow death. No, the comic book industry, it went.
It was a cliff, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Marvel at least. DC always skated along. Yeah, Pat, do you have another one?
yeah, let's just go real quick. It's not even really covering the article. I just had some questions. 28. Real Warriors Ride Elephants. So this is done by the same guy that did the Dark Continent article we covered a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And this one just covers the African warrior kits for African settings. And he takes the actual different African indigenous people tribes and kind of fleshes out their warriors and their kits and things like that. Nothing too spectacular about it. This is just all history in a sense. But my question, as I got to the end, I was reading the bibliography. This guy's source material are 2 encyclopedias and 1 book.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, how much of this is fairly accurate as to what we're talking about? Because we're talking about Encyclopedia Africas, and both of the articles in the encyclopedias are just titled Africa.
Yeah, it's just the general knowledge of Africa.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out that just recently that they did a lot of research on elephants. Elephants were never meant to have anything on their backs. They're like zebras. They shouldn't have anything on their backs. It's really screwed up their posture over the years. And,
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, it's really bad for them. And poor elephants get the short end of the stick again.
Now,
So,
is this elephants in general or
Yeah.
a type of elephant?
no,
Because there's
all
like several-
elephants.
Well,
No
you better
elephant
talk
should
to
have
us-
anything on its back. It's never meant
you
to
better
have
talk
anything
to
on its
Indians,
back.
because I just saw an Indian wedding
I know.
where the groom walked in right on an elephant.
I know. It's the horrible things humans done to these poor intelligent animals. So
Where's PETA? Where's PETA?
Yeah.
Where's that Greta Thunberg?
elephants are one of the smartest creatures on this planet, and we treat them like shit.
And they remember. They do. They get angry.
And when they die, they go to specific places. They have families. It's terrible.
They have jobs. They have 401ks. It's crazy.
Humans are horrible.
There's too many of us. There is too many of us, I think.
100%. I don't disagree with that.
There's 100% too many of us. Let's talk about.
Okay, do you mean 100%? I agree with you 100%.
No.
Okay.
Let's go to page 43. Remember, I was going to talk about a little game called Amazing Engine. Well,
Yes.
Karen S. Baumgartner, who's in charge of the obviously the what's it called, the Lilies and Lace or whatever the fuck it's called, that end of it. She discusses that, but yeah, that they talk about it like there's never been a generic rule system for any game ever. Like they talk about like it's such like a oh my god, this is such an innovation. Who would ever have thought of this?
Can I just interrupt for a second? On page 44, is this the Harry Potter character?
Dobby, the house elf.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be surprised because she stole it from everybody. She stole shit from everybody.
Did she steal that from a Dragon magazine?
This is from this. What's the name of that? It's called. God, what is the name of that? It's such a weird name. For Fairy, Queen, and Country is the name of the thing. I'm all for the setting. I'm like, yeah, go girl. That setting sounds fun and whimsical. It's not about the setting. It's about the idea that they need a GURPS. D&D is GURPS. You don't need something generic. D&D is generic. This would have worked perfectly as just a D20 system, which eventually comes. Like, it's so stupid that they started this whole Amazing Engine thing.
Is the Amazing Engine a D20 system?
No. It's just some stupid system. It's got nothing to do with D20. Where they had a legit system called D20 sitting there that everybody knows. Instead, we got to learn this Amazing Engine thing, which has like.
Well, D20 hasn't come out yet.
D20 is called D&D, fuckhead. It's already existed for 40 years.
Wow. D&D is not D20. D&D
yes, it is.
Multiple subjects.
It's the same system. It's just things on top of it.
So what you're saying is this could have been an interesting splat book.
Yeah.
A brown cover with a bunch of fairies in it.
It's just a setting. It's just these are just settings that they could have used for any system. It could have been generic. You could have used for GURPS, but they had to create this thing where it's the player core shell with you have physique, intellect, spirit, and influence, but those expand out into fitness, reflex, learning, and intuition, psyche, and willpower. Sounds a lot like D&D, doesn't it?
But just because this one, this Victorian age Orlando Bloom and what was her name, Claire Delevingne type setting, just because that would fit, I think the secondary one called Bug Hunters wouldn't fit in D&D. So
of course it would. D&D has gone on for years to have all these things. There's a Pacific Rim.
I mean, if that was the case, then there would be no other role. There would be no need for Cyberpunk. There would be no need for Call of Cthulhu. There would be no need for.
Yeah, TSR does not need to make anybody else's game. This is TSR. It doesn't need to have multiple game engines. They need one, just like everybody else. Do you think Palladium has 1,000 different game engines? Do you think GURPS has 1,000 different engines? No, they have one.
I don't even know who made the Amazing Engine. Is this a TSR
This is
game?
TSR. That's my point. No. This is TSR. If this was another company, I'd be like, whatever, who cares? This is TSR trying to sell this stupid fucking system that makes no goddamn sense when you have D&D.
Well, it's a good thing it doesn't last very long because Rob's heart wouldn't take it.
My only hope is to see the demise somehow. That they have to announce that it's dead. I could celebrate that day.
You want to see in 6 months when we're doing the one and it says...
I'm still hung up on this Dobby thing.
Yeah, it's like the setting sounds quaint. It sounds cute. It's like I'm all for it. Miss Karen S. Baumgarten, your setting sounds great. This Amazing Engine thing is just stupid.
If this came out today, there are Instagram girls, cottage core.
There's games like this, billions of them like this.
The whimsy of this would be, just off the charts, popular with a whole subsection of girls that are wearing,
corsets.
crowns of things in their hair and dressing like hobbits, having like hobbit conventions. Lovely. I'm sure this would.
Well, here's the answer to Rob's complaint right here. It says it's on page 44, third column, just above that sheep. So you're saying what's different? The big deal is new system role playing.
Yeah. You can't role play in D&D. That's true.
There it is, right there. Apparently, you didn't read far enough because there was the answer right there.
Yeah,
so
there's no role playing in D&D. Yeah, that explains it all.
It's right there.
It's
idiot.
Yeah,
right there.
D&D is there's no role playing in D&D. That's right. That makes complete sense. Like I say, if this was a third company, who cares? If it's TSR, why are you trying to reinvent the wheel, TSR? It's there. You already have a wheel. It works great.
Yeah.
It's reinvented the wheel twice. That's my problem.
Are we done?
That's me done ranting. Do I have any more articles?
Do you have any more is what I meant.
Oh, Jack took my other one.
Can anyone read what that sheep says? Does it say Lady America on it?
The sheep says...
Where? What sheep?
It's actually a cow.
Whatever.
Sheep.
Underneath it? It's got its name, I guess. Because the other one's got his name, too. That guy looks like a... He looks like
Brown Man of the Murrow.
He looks like a character from New Mutants. There was a character
exactly.
Like
this one looks like it says Lady Mara, like it's got an actual name.
Could be. Is she the one who knocked over the lantern and burned down Chicago?
Yes. All right. Well, let's do some ads. Jack, what do you got?
I
have no ads.
Have one ad, but page 27.
There
were so many ads. Oh, is that someone else's?
Go ahead. I have 3.
I was going to say there's so many ads that I had a hard time choosing.
I had 2 ads.
I had 3.
So, deal with yourself a whole new adventure. Cardmaster Adventure Design Deck.
I don't understand this thing.
It, I've never seen it before. I don't know how well received it was. I don't know anything, but it is something that is going strong now in different forms, and it is kind of like a you can role play adventure for yourself, like deal yourself out a solo play situation, or you can use it to build adventures. If you're the DM, you can use it.
Is that what this is? I thought it was a random dungeon generator deck.
It is both.
Yeah. They've marketed it as both. I think, like most things that are supposed to be, you cross-train people, or if you make a multi-tool,
like you look at
really work great for either of the two.
But you look at the pictures, like the location ones are like passageways in a dungeon, so you can deal those out and make an actual dungeon in front of you. And then you flip other ones that another part of the deck is there's 3 decks I think they said. The other one's monsters, so you flip that over and there's all your different monsters. And then the other one's treasure, I think. Isn't the other one? Yeah. Then it's a bunch of treasure you find when you kill them. So I assume also amongst there's also a wizard right there, so you can use those as player characters too, I guess.
Yeah. I didn't see this much, so I don't know if it got a lot of traction either.
Never heard of this before in my life.
No. But
comment below if you guys have had this thing. Let us know. Was it worth it?
But I still see this same
idea.
Concept.
Yeah, for sure.
Today being done, solo playing for role-playing games, solo playing for, and even as an aid to make adventures.
Well, this is the whole Paizo start, right?
Yeah, they did that a lot. Yep.
That's how Paizo got started. It was just random hard stock dungeon stuff.
I didn't know that.
This is probably people who eventually become Paizo.
Yeah. All right. Rob, what do you got?
Let's go to page 7 because this is
now I only have 1 left.
Well, that's good because I only have 1 after this. Another annoying fucking layout. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But it's hard to actually see. You can't even have it on the screen all the
time. Why do I know this though? I saw this. I'm like, why do I know this?
Space is big. Life is hard. The universe isn't just a game, and it's called Shatter Zone.
Shatter Zone.
by
I
West End Games. Any
I
ideas?
know this, but I don't know what it is. I can't picture it in my head. I don't know if I remember played it a long time ago or what. And I refuse to look it up because I want to see if I can remember.
Only West End Games I know of is Star Trek or Star Wars. I mean, so I have no idea what this is.
Yeah, I only know that Pet Shop Boys song.
West End Games.
Dun, dun, dun,
Uh,
Anyone
yeah,
got an idea what this is? Do you think it's
No.
role playing or do you think it's a board game?
I think it's role playing, but because it's West End Games, I think
I
they
wonder
only.
if I seen it at Games Plus in the West End Games rack where all the D6 Star Wars stuff is.
Yeah, you look through and you're like, oh, Shadow Zone, what's that? Oh, it's not. It's not Star Trek. Who cares?
I probably didn't even flip through it. I just saw the title Shatter Zone.
It is a
just walked
unique,
by.
unique font.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
The words in red are I've seen though that font's used 100,000 times. It looks kind of like Marvel's font, or maybe even I've seen it on like that Space 1881 or whatever it was, like that font. But that center where the big logo, that is pure 90s goodness right there.
It's
With
very
a-
Battle Zone.
With the lines shooting through the words.
It's very Battle Zone / evolving into Dead Zone.
Chromed up, yeah.
Anyways, so no one knows what Shadow Zone is. We'll see it again, I'm sure.
We'll figure it out.
Pat-
Eventually, I'm going to crack and read, but let's look it up. But as of right now, I'm going to continue to see where I remembered it from. All right, let's go to page 89.
89. All right, not mine.
Castle Falkenstein. This is an Artalosaurian RPG.
Is
Steampunk
it-
dwarves.
This is an old one that they're just
Yeah.
bringing back.
So my question is it any good? I don't even remember this.
Yeah, this is like their first game they came out with it before Cyberpunk.
I mean, did they even have this
I
out
don't think
now?
that. Oh, they have a. Yeah, I think there's a new edition came out.
Did we see it at Gen Con last time we were there?
It's one of those things I think they have like there's like an embossed special version of it because they don't like design for it, but it's like
Yeah.
since their first game they have like a special place for it.
It looks very World War One-ish, but
I think it's more like a steampunky kind of.
steampunk.
Yeah.
Well, it does say steampunk dwarves, so yeah.
Yeah.
And there is a dirigible up in the
I
corner.
do see the dirigible.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you go. Dirigible.
Dirigible lock. Yeah, it again. It looks like a whimsical fantasy land of like those nondescript fairy tales. Shows
Baron
where-
Munchausen.
Yeah.
Yes, I was gonna say very Baron Munchausen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think it's elves dressed as French
I mean,
people. And,
I'm intrigued by it. Would I ever buy it? Probably not.
yeah, it's just one of those classic old games that they put out. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's solid rules, and it's. I just, like I say, I don't think they made much for it. I don't think it's.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm
really-
sure Cyberpunk overshadowed it. That's why.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, they have Teenage from Outer Space was way big for them, and
mm,
obviously Cyberpunk, and like they had a lot of other bigger games that this just kind of fell aside. It was also a fantasy game, so when you're fighting against all the fantasy games back then, it just kind of probably got lost.
yeah. All right, Rob, you got any more
Yep.
ads?
One more, page 99. Cult. Death is only the beginning. And I was like, this reminded me of something. I was like, this is controversial for some reason. And I looked it up. It's a old Swedish game. Came out a year before, I think, in Sweden. But pretty much this game started the Satanic Panic in the 90s in Sweden. This caused...
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, this caused trouble. Because it was very... Well, as you can see, it's an angel being crucified and about to be cut in half. It was it didn't cut corners, as the Swedish in their death metal like to prove that they don't do things by half measures. So I think it's a pretty hardcore D&D kind of game. So Cult, it's the Swedes do it right. I think that's what they say. This game's still around to this day. It's a classic.
All right. Are we done with the ads?
I'm done.
Anyone? Bueller? All right. Well, then let's just wrap this puppy up.
Yep.
So, issue 195, The World Belongs to Warriors. Anything to add?
Like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe, comment below. Let us know about Shatter Zone. Let us know about what is the other one?
Cult. You ever play Cult? Did you burn down a church because you played Cult?
Well, those are the Norwegians. The Swedish did really do that.
Oh, wait, they did it too. They did it too.
They did it too. Those Swedes, they're
They know what they did.
bandwagon.
They know what they did.
All right. Well then, for the Dragon's Tome, I've been your host, Chopper,
I'm Jack.
And I'm a Cult.
and we will see you next week. Bye bye.